I'm Lily Anchorage.
And I'm Claire Carey.
And this is the second half of the first day up here in Anchorage.
Having a cross-steppy time.
And we played with a variation that we videoed in the last one, which is the basic tuck turn. And so we started here. That one looks like this. It's just a tuck turn. 4, 5, 6, 5. But we went into a place where we could hit some redirections. And there's so many juicy things in that. So the first one, I'll just show it and then we'll talk about them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1. So, breaking this down just a little bit. So first off, normally I'm going to keep up with my partner. We said that was a really important thing in the first variation. And this one, I'm going to let my follow get ahead of me. And by 6, I'm going to go ahead and lead my follow into a prep as I step on 6. So we're going to stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to notice that at this point, we're pretty parallel. Our chests are facing each other. She's just downline from me. She is going to maintain her frame, keeping this nice round frame. She talked about that bounce part, and she's going to hit that bounce. And then I'm going to step back. Notice my right foot, my count 1 is not weighted, but it's going to be now. I'm going to step back. 1, 2, catch 3, and now I'm going to walk this out. 4, 5, 6, and we're going to open up our arms because that's a free spin and we want to be able to catch ourselves. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 1.
We really talked about that leads are creating a bounce here, right? We talked about the 2 different kinds of redirection.
Oh, I love this.
We've got a bouncy ball, we've got a brick wall. We got a nice bounce, it hits, it immediately heads back the other direction. We turn that into a trampoline, and we're gonna have that absorb and redirect, the idea, pushing someone on a swing, catching their energy, and then pushing off, not just going, right? So,
the first one,
she's going to send me down line, and then she's going to ask me to spool into the connection, right? So if I'm a little spool of thread, I'm going to spool into myself,
and the bounce.
If she gives me enough resistance there, we get a nice bounce. Then I'm going to turn, I'm going to do my travel, turn, travel, and notice this one, she is catching and absorbing my energy that she can then redirect. So we have those 2 different redirections in one space. We talked about follows continuing to go, continuing to keep my frame, right? I want to make sure that my elbows are expanding and I'm bouncy. We're thinking about that bungee cord between my bicep and my ribcage, right? So I'm going to get that lovely frame. Yep.
4, 5, step 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Open up our arms.
And that's a great time for the hug arms we talked about before.
All right. So then we did a whole variety, and we're just going to put these together, even though we did them at different times. The first one we had was treading water. So if I put a basic on top, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I go back, 5, 6. I step forward, 2, 3. Back, step, step. And now I can regain my basic.
This is a great thing to do when there's traffic, when we don't have anywhere to go, when we're tired. If we have a basic that feels like, whoa, it just got a little out of hand. This is a great way to still be cross-stepping, but not have to feel like we're having to, go somewhere.
For me, it's a great time to think, oh, what am I going to do next? Oh, I can look around the room and see what else that other people are doing.
Great.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Okay. All right, so then we had a follow solo. And that's where I'm going to step out on count 1, and I'm going to stay in that position. I'm going to settle into my haunches a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, back, 5, 6. I roll forward a little bit, back, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, back, step, step, and now I can regain my basic. Then Claire added 2 footwork variations. And the first one was points. Now things change a little bit because it's more dynamic and it's helpful if I provide a little more stability.
I appreciate that.
And so I'm going to be pushing up, she's going to be pushing
She's got a
down.
little platform for me that I
Right.
can press into here.
And this will move a little bit, but not a lot.
Not much.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 and 4, 5, 6.
We talked about follows staying nice and close. We don't want to go too far away from our lead.
Whoa!
Try dealing with that, right? And it's also hard for my own stability too. We'll get this nice angle here. I really want to keep it pretty close to my lead's area here so that I can really focus on making that point pretty and staying balanced.
If I want to provide my follow an opportunity to do a more dramatic point, then I need to get down farther so that she can also get down.
Use those claws.
Right, if I'm up here, little tiny point, little baby point. If I really get down here, 1 and 4,
further.
1 and 4,
5, 6.
Then we've got the ronde, and even more stability is helpful.
Yep.
And 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, 6.
We talked about this idea for follows that I'm crossing through and then my foot is back. I've got these nice open hips. I want to think about down, out, around, in, and through. So I'm going to go out, around, in, so I miss the legs, and through. So you've got da. I'm really thinking about shoo, shoo, and I also kicking out a little bit. Ha, da, da, ha, da, da.
And then somebody asked me to add in the lead jumping
Counter crossing.
Counter crossing. I can counter cross with points or with rondes. And so I send her out and let her get going. When she's coming toward me, right here, I can jump in. And again, when she's coming back,
step, just like before.
right? All right, then we
added on to our leads under.
Yeah, we did a couple things. So our basic lead under has several variations. It has an under, hands back. This can be an inside turn, a free spin, or a roll away. So we'll just do a roll away. And 4, 5, 6. We added a butterfly to that. It's the same move. It's just got different window dressing.
Yes, indeed. We did a hand change. We talked about the idea that we were doing hand changes. I prefer, instead of the 1-0-1 method, which would be huh, right? Instead, we've got one hand, then we have two hands, then we have one hand, then we have two hands, then we have one hand. Very nice.
Here we go. That's what this one looks like. I walk under, my hand comes through, there's that prep, an inside turn, and back to close.
Stop. We'll do it going this way.
And I walk under, right hand, hands back, inside turn, and back to close. And as we have learned, if I wanted to add a little extra to that, I could walk under, hands back. There's a free spin with the other hand, and back to close.
Or roll away if you're feeling extra fancy.
And I think, is that it? Is there anything else? Did we do anything else? Anything else? Anybody remember?
That's pretty much what
I
we
think
did.
that's it.
Awesome.
All right. Nicely done.
Thank you
guys.
so much, guys.
All right.